Yo, what's good, people? We back at it for another episode of What's the Word with LJ Mentor Podcast. As always, I'm your host, most LJ. Back up in here for another week. Man, it's the middle of April. It's 420. Happy 420. Happy Weed Day for all the pothead smokers out there. I always wondered too, like, why is it 420 National Weed Day? Potheads just blaze up. Real potheads blaze up every day, but I always wondered that. And I don't know which one's accurate, but I think it started from they say some kids, some teenagers from California years ago start smoking at 4:20 p.m. and then it went from there. I saw a couple. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I really don't know. But anyway, happy National Weed Day. Anyway, I don't spend too much time on that. But before I get into my word of the week, just want to talk about something first because it doesn't relate to my word of the week, but it's something I definitely wanted to address today, and that is the passing of a legendary figure in hip hop known as DJ Kay Slay. Kay Slay, the Drama King. Rest in peace to DJ Kay Slay, who passed away this week, unfortunately. If you don't know who that is, all the real hip hop heads know who that is. But those of you who don't know who Kay Slay is, he was known for. He called himself the Drama King because he had a lot of the mixtapes and a lot of handled a lot of the beef stuff. That's why he's called the Drama King. And he organized a legendary sit down too, or not even. I'm sorry, not a sit down. Legendary phone call between if you know the story of the streets in the Harlem '80s with it was played on the movie Paid in Full between AZ, Faison, Alpo, and Rich Porter, whatever, and Kay Slay actually helped set up a phone call while Alpo was locked up between him and AZ, and they talked about the passing of Rich Porter, how Alpo killed him or whatever. He admits it, and then I talked about a few other things, but Kay Slay organized that sit down. Done some legendary interviews with people, but yeah, he was known for getting like some of your biggest names, especially in the New York hip hop scene on the mixtapes. I think him and probably DJ Clue. At the time, probably the biggest ones. Obviously, there's some other big names too, but I would say DJ Clue and Kay Slay were two of the really major figures at the time. And even still, before Kay Slay passed away, was still out here on the scene doing some great things. But yeah, rest in peace to Kay Slay. It's sad. Because he passed away from complications of COVID. I don't know if he had any underlying issues, if he had any other health issues, because there's people that have passed from COVID really only just heightens any other possible illnesses or anything going on with your health, especially if you old. And I believe Kay Slay was 55, I believe. So if you pass a certain age and you got health issues on top of COVID, it just makes it worse. And unfortunately, he passed away. So I don't know if it was just COVID. I don't know if he had any other health issues. I don't know. But that's what I guess they're saying right now. Complications from COVID. Once again, rest in peace to Kay Slay. Sad day for that. But all right, now get into my word of the week. I was thinking of a couple different words how to describe this, because I'm just seeing some real next level shit going on. I'm like, man, that shit. So the word of the week is gonna be empire. The reason why it's empire is signifies like building something historic, building something huge that involves multiple people, multiple organizations, multiple different things going on, building onto basically one huge umbrella. And first I want to talk about with 50 Cent going on with his Power Universe and BMF over at Stars, right? Uh, I guess it was announced, I guess recently, 50 went on social media and said that after Force, which was the season finale, Force was this past Sunday. Great show. I think out of all the spinoffs, might be my favorite one. But yeah, 50 announced that there's gonna be no Power shows for at least 6 months. So if anything does come back on in 6 months, that will be October, which is seems crazy with all the, because if you know the shows, how it went from 2021 to now, it really started from in July. That's when Raising Kanan started in July, and then the shows was like back to back all the way until now, which Force just ended in middle April. So yes, so yeah, it just seems crazy that they're gonna take this long of a break. But and this 50's upset about it. He's threatening to leave, and then he posted a video about, I guess, the CEO of Stars talking about all these other shows people are watching, Spanish Princess and some other shows, and I know they do have some other original shows, Hightown, P Valley, which is a good one that comes out in June. I'm looking forward to that one. But on them other shows, I haven't watched all of them. But Hightown and Spanish Princess, I tried watching that. It's trash. Trash, I'm sorry. And I mean, the CEO, I mean, I know he has a network to run, and he probably might be just trying to sell to the public, like, okay, our old network is not 50 Cent Stars. At first, I was looking at him like, this dude got a lot of nerve trying to, seem like he trying to undersell, like, what 50 did, because he really owed to me. He owes 50 Cent Courtney Kemp a lot. Because before Power came on, Stars, but nobody watching no damn Stars. All they had was like some old ass movies. Like they weren't known for, HBO was the premier go-to network that had all the shows. HBO had everything as far as premium TV. HBO had it all. And before Power, wasn't nobody checking for no damn Stars. Like, let's be real about it. Like, the CEO has to even know that. But like I said, he has a network to run, and when I was watching this video of him speaking, he's trying to talk about all these other shows that in the meantime, I guess he's trying to spread them out like, oh, we have a lot of viewership for all of these other shows. And I mean, I don't know how true or accurate that is, but Power Universe is their number one rated show. It's the shows that people watch, and more than anything on his network, and he knows it. And it's crazy. And 50's threatening to leave the network for somewhere else. And I don't know what it takes to start a network, but I was thinking 50, like, why don't he just start his own network? He don't have to go through anybody. He can just have his own Power Universe there, and other people can come to him. I think he could probably get a lot of people coming to his network. At this point, 50 is not only a rap mogul, but TV mogul now. Like, 50 got some, I don't know if he's at that gatekeeper level yet, but yeah, 50 making some big headway as far as like being a force in this TV game. Like, I'm like, man, why don't 50 just start his own network? Unless that's not something he want to do. I mean, you can't tell a man what to do. I mean, but let's see. I'm surprised 50 hasn't. Well, maybe he is working behind the scenes. I have no idea. But one thing about 50, he's a marketing genius. He always has been. Where he starts, where it looks like there's some drama, they get a lot of people talking, and then things end up getting worked out. He's done that very better than pretty much anybody over the years. 50's a marketing genius. He be playing chess out here when it come to that type of stuff. So I don't know if he really gonna leave Stars. And how does that even work? Because I guess Courtney Kemp, who was the original showrunner of the Power Universe, is stepping away, and there's some other people in place. 50's the EP, the executive producer. of the not only the Power Universe but BMF, Black Mafia family. But I don't know. It seemed like he would want to start his own network at this point. And plus, maybe he could bring, because I know another show he had, For Life, which was on ABC, which I guess got taken off for whatever reason, because that was a good show. He could probably bring that to his own network, bring that show back, instead of having to shop around for. But then again, like I said, I don't know what it takes to build a TV network. Uh, I think if anybody could do it, it's 50, for sure. 50 would have all the power in the world, like if he started like the G Unit TV or whatever you would want to call it. But yeah, I don't know. I think 50 should start his own network. Like seriously, at this point, like like at this point, like Fifth, you don't need them. They need seem like they need you more than you need them on the real. Cause Power is amazing. Power Universe is amazing. You got so many talented people that's a part of this universe. And BMF. Uh, I don't really see what the need would be to, if it's true that he's threatening to leave Stars, or it could be a ploy to really see them the mistake that they making of having them wait for so long to bring all other shows back on. Uh, but yeah, I don't really see and a lot. The only other show that's outside of the network is P Valley. P Valley's a good show, but all them other shows, High Tower, I tried watching that, trash. Spanish Princess, trash. All other shows the CEO mentioned, I haven't watched, but those other shows they mentioned they're trash. But uh, but yeah, I don't know. I just I would at this point it would be interesting to see if 50 did leave the network, how viewership would be of the Stars Network. Because, yeah, 50 and Courtney Kemp brought all of these people to Stars. Like, a lot of people that got subscriptions to Stars now, and it's mainly because of them, and it's their number one show. And the CEO knows it. So, yeah, I don't know why the hell you would do that. So it's going to see interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, I don't want to wait no damn 6 months or longer for I don't know if the next one's gonna be Raising Canaan again to come back. I don't want to wait that long. But I'll be looking forward to it on late Saturday night or Sunday, watching that. So, but yeah, so this thing I want to talk about is I'm gonna talk about Snoop Dogg, right? Snoop just Snoop bought Death Row this year, right? Snoop been doing some major things. Well, Snoop been doing some major things for a long time. Is there anybody who's lived life for real it seems like to the fullest? It's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg has got his hands in some of everything. From obviously these Corona commercials to cooking shows with Martha Stewart to obviously being in movies, TV shows, obviously his career as an MC, obviously, and obviously he's in the crypto and the NFT game. I listened to the entire interview he had recently with Drink Champs, Nori, DJ EF here. I listened to that whole interview, and to me, it might be his best interview. Drink Champs' best interview, might be their best interview. Just the stuff they was talking about and how, but yeah, it was pretty damn good. And Drink Champs and Nori even said normally everybody comes to them, and I think they based in Miami, but I think Snoop, they said, is the only time. It's the second time they've interviewed Snoop. But it's the only time they ever they traveled to somebody, where they came to LA, as opposed to them coming to them. So, but that for starters, that's pretty crazy. But that's wild. I'm like, yeah, we gonna get up, we he gonna travel for Snoop, and I get it, it's Snoop. So you ain't gonna do that for too many people. But Snoop, I definitely. But yeah, and then just for one, what they was talking about for one, this one him buying Death Row records, and it's been a dormant record label. I don't think there's been any releases for a long time. I know they've had some remasters of Tupac albums and for a while, but I don't think any new material or new artists have been on a label in such a long time. And they was like the biggest thing in the world in the '90s before Tupac was killed and Suge Knight got locked up. So Death Row was like the biggest thing out here. They had a short run, seemed like from '91 to '96, '7. That's when they was at their height, their absolute height. So they had a kind of a short run. It was a legendary run though. Some of the greatest albums of all time dropped on that record label. And Snoop, I guess as he was talking about it, he owns not only the record label, he didn't own the masters at first, but now he owns all of it. And that includes like Doggy Style, the Chronic, uh, the Dog Pound stuff. Uh, I don't know if there's any other stuff that from Death Row, but it's been all taken off like the streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Cause I have Spotify and I got some Snoop and Dre on some of my playlists on there. And now it's not on there no more. I was wondering why, but he said he took it all off. But I wonder if he owns the Pac All Eyes on Me, also in the Machiavelli, because that was Death Row. And those two albums are still on there, which is interesting. But the Doggy Style and Chronic are no longer on there. And now Snoop said like he not only does he own the record label, but he bought all the masters for all the Death Row stuff, and he's turning Death Row into an NFT label. And he said something that was really stuck out to me is he said like the reason why he took it all off is because like none of these people are getting paid really from you got so many streams and it's on like pennies on pennies on pennies really. There's not really a whole lot getting from it. And what he said he's gonna do is he gonna put everything. It's gonna be his own Death Row app. Everything gonna be on there, and I don't know if it's gonna be able to stream the whole albums. But he's talking about putting everything in the metaverse, which is dope. I don't know how that's gonna work. As far as that's concerned, where everything will be through the Death Row app. And as far as putting stuff digital, that's amazing to me. I'm so fascinated with this metaverse. I'll be learning something new every day about the metaverse. And as far as the NFT game, learn something new every day about this stuff. This stuff is blowing my mind. I mean, there's some people that's in the space. I guess they're used to it at this point now. Some people that's not in the space, I don't know what they think, but this shit is blowing my damn mind. I'm like, wow, this stuff is crazy because I ain't never seen them like this stuff before. It's just certain stuff that happens. New stuff happens all the time, especially in the 21st century. There's new inventions that come and go. But this stuff right here is life changing. I think eventually, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm saying maybe 10 to 20 years from now, I could see every company, maybe not in the world, but I could say about like maybe 75% of companies are going to have like something to do with NFTs. It's going to be like the norm. It's not the norm yet because it's still fresh and it's new. But once more companies start figuring it out, it's gonna be the norm. This is not gonna be something that's like a luxury. It's gonna be like a necessity. Like right, like you look at the NBA, how that changed, right? Use a sports analogy with the NBA, how back in the '80s and '90s, right? a guy that could shoot a hit a three. That was a luxury. It wasn't like okay, a lot of guys the game changed, but now it's like you need a big guy. They got to be able to hit a three. It's like a necessity now. Steph Curry and Golden State Warriors changed the game. Where it's like it's not just a luxury. Like these, you have to hit a three now. Like it's a necessity. And I think that is gonna be the case with this NFT space. Uh, it's gonna become a necessity eventually to a lot of companies. It's not there yet. It's not even close to being there yet. But a lot of people, it's becoming commercial now. A lot more people know about it, and yeah, this stuff is changing the game. It's gonna continue to do that. But but Snoop, back to Snoop, right? And his NFT space. I don't think he has the NFT stuff yet. But I'm listening to him break it down. I think he said something about having 200,000 NFTs, and he's just gonna show people how to get in the metaverse if they're not in there already, and people can sign up, and you gotta do it in a certain amount of time because they're gonna sell out once it's done. It's done. So yeah, this how everything he broke down to the obviously the purchase of Death Row to the NFTs he's doing to the and he talking about all the people from Death Row back then that didn't really get paid like that. Because if you being real, I don't know if Snoop gonna say it, but Suge was robbing people. Like people wasn't getting paid. He was giving them big chains, cars, and a house that was in Suge Knight's name. They didn't even have their own house. And he was taking damn near all the money. And these artists and producers, all these people wasn't really getting paid. They were just due. And Snoop talking about like, hey man, I'm trying to get all my people paid. That didn't get what they deserved. And then he gonna take care of himself after everybody else taken care of. That's fire. That's should be the ultimate goal. Because at the end of the day, we should all want to help people. And if you have the position and the power to help others, especially the people that you know they deserve it, help get them the money they deserve. And that's what Snoop was talking about doing. And that to me, that's Snoop building an empire with this whole Death Row thing. And I'm talking about these people that bought Death Row before he owned it. Like they didn't even know what to do with it. See, very much just sitting in limbo, like releasing all this old stuff, re-releases and all that, with no really new material. And Snoop like, hey, I know what to do with it, and seemed like he definitely do. And he's talking about a collaboration with Puffy and Bad Boy. And now I thought it was initially an NFT collaboration, but I don't know. Snoop didn't specify because I remember reading headlines saying Bad Boy, Death Row NFT collaboration, but he didn't necessarily. I don't want to put it as that because that's not what Snoop said. He just said it's going to be some type of collaboration. It's not nothing set in stone yet as far as a collaboration. Him and Puffy been talking, but there's nothing set in stone yet. So let's not even put that out there that it's definitely going to be an NFT collaboration because we don't know. But and some people, I guess, was mad about it, frowned upon it. That's what Nori was saying, that because of the beef, the whole East Coast, West Coast thing, which happened over 25 years ago. But yeah, at this point, Snoop, Puffy been friends. Snoop is admitted he's always had love for Biggie. So at this point, there's no beef, there's no issue. So I don't get why people have a problem with it. But yeah, it's amazing. I don't know what they're gonna do with this collab, but yeah, I'm interested in seeing how this whole play out. I want to see the Death Row app once things get rolling. As far as how that goes. But yeah, it's crazy, this whole NFT space. I have a couple NFTs. And non-fungible tokens, what it stands for. And it's yeah, this stuff is changing the game. And I've heard some people talk about in real estate how they're gonna sell homes in the form of NFTs. I have no clue how that's gonna work. Uh, but yeah, this is so many options out here now as far as how and that you can learn about this type of stuff. I sit back and think all the time. I wish I would have knew how to do this stuff 10 years ago. Cause I used to say I wanted the best all the time, and but didn't know how. But then again, be perfectly honest with myself. Cause we have to be honest with ourselves too. I didn't make that conscious effort that I probably should have to learn how to invest. Even though the crypto space was very very young, even with the stock market, right? Um, at the time, it was very young at the time. Still did my diligence, but here now can move. This could be commercialized, and more people learning what this stuff is, and is necessary. Need to get with it or get left behind. Get left in the dust if we don't. So yeah, and recently too, I read something too about a Porsche dealership in I think Maryland it was that they're gonna be accepting crypto cryptocurrency now. More and more companies are. I thought about it for accepting crypto for my business. I haven't implemented that yet, but more and more businesses are gonna accept cryptocurrency. They're gonna be accepting Shiba Inu and Dogecoin as payment because that's the difference between stocks and crypto. Crypto goes up and down like a stock, but it's still a currency at the end of the day. Not every crypto goes up and down. There's certain ones that are stays the same. You can earn interest on it. I would eventually like to maybe if not on this podcast, but on a platform, maybe educate more people, especially us in the black community that still don't know a lot about it. I would like to get more into it and trying to educate more of us about this space because this, yeah, I think it's gonna be necessary. Like seriously, like especially like there's no reason why everybody shouldn't be able to have passive income. Seriously, especially with inflation being at an all-time high and even as on a basic level with your life, right? With all your bills we have, like we shouldn't all of our if you work a regular job, if you're an entrepreneur, whatever you are, shouldn't all your money shouldn't have to just go towards bills. You should be able to save for a rainy day or for car trouble or vacation. And passive income is going it should help with that. But you gotta be patient. Ain't no overnight shit. You gotta be patient for sure. Gotta be patient. And but yeah, when I seen one thing too, before I get out of here, I just want to make this point real quick about this Porsche. I remember somebody mentioned a while back about you never see a commercial for like a Porsche or a Bentley or Maybach or you'll never see that in a commercial, right? For luxury cars, real luxury cars. Even seldom like Benz isn't like super luxury like the others, but you rarely don't see much Benz commercials. Here and there you might, but not much. It's mainly like Toyota, Chevy, Ford. You know, you see that a lot of commercials during football games or whatever TV you might watch, the regular consumer might watch. You don't see, you've never seen a Porsche commercial. You've never seen a Lamborghini commercial. I've never thought about that. I'm like, yeah, you don't see that because they know how to market. It's like crack, honestly, or drugs. It sell itself. They know what their market is. The luxury cars, they know what their market is. And I brought up the drug analogy because I have drug dealers to say it's gonna sell itself. You got albums out there and sell it, but yeah, the luxury market knows where their market is. They don't need to do a commercial. And I just thought that was very interesting. But yeah, this week, word of the week was Empire, so building Empire up. So yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. So remember to always stay safe, stay positive, stay sucker free. I'm out.